Nobody believed a black woman like me could ever steal a millionaire's heart. They said it was impossible, like I didn't belong in his world. But here I am, proof that love breaks all rules. What happened between us surprised everyone, including myself. This story isn't just about love, it's about breaking barriers. Hey, I'm so glad you're here because what I'm about to share will change how you see love and possibilities. This story is about how I, a black woman, surprised everyone by winning the heart of a millionaire when no one believed it could happen. If you've ever felt underestimated or doubted, this is for you. So stay with me till the end, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you believe love can break all barriers. Let's get into the journey that changed my life forever. I want to start by telling you a little about myself. Just a regular black girl with big dreams and a heart full of hope. Growing up, I never imagined I'd cross paths with someone from a world so different from mine. A millionaire who seemed like he lived in a completely separate universe. My life wasn't filled with luxury or fancy things. I had a simple life, surrounded by family and friends who believed in me, but also warned me to keep my expectations low when it came to love. Before meeting him, I thought love was just for people like me, people who looked like me, lived like me, and shared my everyday struggles. I never dreamed that someone from such a wealthy background could ever really see me, let alone love me. Sometimes I caught myself daydreaming about what it would be like to be noticed by someone so successful, but deep down, I thought it was just a fantasy. The place where we first met wasn't some glamorous event or fancy party. It was surprisingly ordinary. I remember the moment clearly, even now. It was just a casual setting, but the energy between us was electric. Little did I know that moment would change everything. I was nervous, excited, and honestly, a little scared. Could I really be part of his world? Would he even want someone like me? These questions ran through my mind as I stepped into the unknown. But sometimes life surprises you in the most unexpected ways, and this was definitely one of those times. The first time I saw him up close, I was honestly taken aback. He had this calm confidence, like he owned every room he walked into, but there was something gentle in his eyes, too. I couldn't believe someone like him was even noticing me. At the same time, my mind was filled with doubts. I kept asking myself, why would he look at me? What could I possibly offer him? People around me weren't shy about sharing their opinions either. Some of my friends laughed it off, saying it was just a silly crush and that millionaires don't fall for girls like me. Family members warned me to protect my heart because they didn't want me to get hurt. Honestly, even I doubted myself sometimes. I felt like there was an invisible wall between us, made of all the things society says about race, money, and status. It wasn't just about him, it was about the world telling me I didn't belong in his story. But despite the doubts and all the voices around me, I wanted to believe there was a chance. Maybe it was hope, or maybe it was the way he smiled when he talked to me, like I mattered in a way I hadn't felt before. Those little moments kept me holding on, even when it felt impossible. Deep down, I knew this wasn't just about love. It was about proving to myself that I could be more than what others expected. And that belief, even if fragile at first, was the start of something incredible. Getting his attention wasn't easy. At first, I felt like just another face in the crowd, invisible in a world where appearances and status mattered so much. But I knew I had something different, something real that no money could buy. So I decided to be myself, even if that meant standing out in ways people didn't expect. I started by showing genuine interest in what he cared about. Not the flashy stuff, but the little things he usually kept to himself. I listened more than I talked, asked questions that showed I cared about his thoughts and dreams, not just his success. Slowly, he began to notice me, not because of what I wore or who I knew, but because of how I made him feel. There were moments when I caught him looking at me differently, with curiosity and maybe a little admiration. It wasn't overnight, but those small sparks grew. I remember a few times when we shared laughs over silly things, or when he opened up about his fears and hopes. Those moments built a connection that no one else seemed to have. What surprised me the most was how my confidence started to grow too. The more he saw the real me, the more I believed I deserved to be in his world. Not as a trophy or a fantasy, but as a partner. That belief gave me courage to keep pushing forward, even when others doubted us. Looking back, it wasn't about tricks or games. It was about being authentic, patient, and brave enough to show my true self. And that, I think, was the first step toward stealing the heart that everyone thought was untouchable. There was one moment, one event, that changed everything between us. It wasn't anything flashy or planned. It just happened when we least expected it. We found ourselves in a situation where I had to stand up for him, and in that moment, he saw me in a way he hadn't before. It was a small challenge, but it meant the world to both of us. I showed strength and loyalty, things that money can't buy. He saw that I wasn't just someone passing through his life. I was someone who truly cared and had his back no matter what. After that, something shifted. He started opening up more, sharing parts of himself he'd kept hidden. I could tell he trusted me in a deeper way. Our conversations became more real, more honest. It wasn't just about fancy dinners or expensive gifts anymore. It was about connection, respect, and something neither of us expected but both wanted. People around us began to notice too. Some whispered in disbelief, others outright doubted it could last. How could a girl like her have him? They asked. Their skepticism only made me more determined. I wanted to prove that love isn't about where you come from or how much money you have. It's about who you are and how you make each other feel. That turning point wasn't just about winning his heart. It was about breaking down every barrier standing between us. It was the start of a love story no one saw coming, but that we both believed in with everything inside us. Our love wasn't without its struggles. The world around us seemed determined to test what we had. People whispered behind our backs, judging us before they even knew our story. Some doubted his intentions, others doubted mine. The biggest challenge wasn't just the distance between our worlds, it was the walls built by stereotypes, assumptions, and prejudice. I faced moments when I wondered if I was enough, if being a black woman meant I'd always be seen as less in his world. There were times I felt the weight of those doubts, not just from strangers, but from inside myself. It wasn't easy waking up every day knowing people expected me to fail, to be hurt, or to walk away. But we faced those challenges together. He stood by me when the whispers got louder, when questions were thrown our way like weapons. He showed me that love isn't about fitting into someone else's mold. It's about accepting each other fully, flaws and all. And I learned that strength doesn't mean being unshakable. It means holding on even when you want to let go. Every challenge made our bond stronger. We learned to communicate, to trust, and to protect what we had built. We weren't perfect, but we were real, and that made all the difference. Looking back, those struggles weren't roadblocks, they were stepping stones. They taught me that love isn't easy, especially when it challenges the world's expectations. But it's worth fighting for, no matter what anyone says. There was a moment when I finally realized I had won his love. It wasn't about flashy gestures or grand declarations. It was in the quiet, everyday things. The way he trusted me with his thoughts, the way he made time for me despite his busy life, and how he looked at me like I was the only person who mattered. For so long, everyone had doubted us. They said a black woman like me could never steal the heart of a millionaire. But love doesn't care about race or money. It cares about connection, respect, and being seen for who you truly are. I remember feeling proud, not just because I was loved by him, but because I had believed in myself when no one else did. I had broken through every stereotype and expectation. I wasn't just the girl who got lucky. I was his partner, his equal, his love. People's disbelief only made our bond stronger. Whenever someone doubted us or whispered behind our backs, it reminded me why I had to keep fighting for what we had. Our love was a statement, a powerful reminder that no one should be limited by the world's narrow views. This love taught me so much about strength, courage, and being unapologetically myself. I hope my story shows you that no matter where you come from or what others say, you can have the love and happiness you deserve. Because sometimes the most unexpected love stories are the ones that change everything. And this was ours. Looking back on everything, I realized this journey taught me so much more than just about love. It taught me about believing in myself, even when the world said I shouldn't. I learned that no matter how loud the doubts are around you, your voice and your heart are the ones that matter most. I learned that love isn't about fitting into someone else's idea of who you should be. It's about being your true self and finding someone who loves every part of that. I learned that barriers, whether they're about race, money, or status, can be broken when you're brave enough to keep going. If there's one thing I want you to take from my story, it's this. Never let anyone tell you that you're not worthy of love or happiness. Your background, your color, your story, none of that should limit you. Love sees deeper than all of that. You have to believe in your own worth first. When you do, you'll start to attract people who see you for who you truly are. And that kind of love, it's real, it's powerful, it's everything. So whether you're struggling with self-doubt, feeling unseen, or just wondering if love is really possible for you, know this. It is. I'm living proof, and your story can be just as amazing. Hold on to your dreams, be patient with yourself, and don't let the world's noise drown out your truth. You are enough. You deserve love that lifts you up, not tears you down. And when you find it, hold it close and never let go. Thank you so much for listening to my story. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this, it's that no one can decide your worth but you. No one can tell you who you can or can't love, or who can love you back. My journey wasn't easy, and I faced doubts from all sides. But love proved to be stronger than all of that. If you've ever felt like the world was against you, or that you didn't belong in someone's story, I want you to know that your time is coming. Love breaks barriers, shatters stereotypes, and opens doors we never thought possible. And sometimes, the most unexpected love stories are the ones that change everything. If this story inspired you or gave you hope, please do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe for more stories like mine, and share it with anyone who needs a reminder that love knows no limits. Your support means the world to me, and together, we can change the way people see love and possibilities. I'd also love to hear from you. Have you ever faced doubt or judgment in your own love story? Drop a comment below and let's support each other. Remember, your voice matters. Most importantly, believe in yourself. Trust that you deserve the kind of love that lifts you up and sees your true value. Keep your heart open, be patient, and never let anyone dim your light. Thank you for being here with me. Until next time, keep loving boldly and living your truth.